I think it's recording. I think it's lost me now. And draw that on again. Okay. It's still locked onto me. Hi, this is Andrew from JapanesePhotos.asia, and today I'm introducing to you a gimbal, a smartphone gimbal. This particular one is Dobot Rigiet or Rigiet Dobot. I'm not quite sure which way to call it. Anyway, details are on the blog, so check out the blog for more information. And I will always forget to mention stuff, and that will be included in updates to the blog. And anyway, so this is the Rigiet Dobot gimbal or Dobot Rigiet gimbal, whatever way it is. And what it is to hold your smartphone steady. As you can see, I'm kind of bouncing it around, but the footage from the smartphone should be relatively steady. So this should be a perfect product for vloggers, especially first-timers and travelers as well. This particular Rigiet, the app is connected via Bluetooth, and there's a number of features with it. You can do slow motion, and I'll include slow motion footage in this video, and I will also include time-lapse. This also does motion time-lapse. I've checked out the slow motion and it seems to be nice. Time-lapse, the motion time-lapse is a bit weird because it seems to... I'll take that off now. Off. The time-lapse footage seems to do something kind of weird, where it should smoothly move, but it doesn't. It moves smoothly in this axis, but kind of jumps a bit when it goes up or down. I'm not quite sure why. It might be a firmware problem or a motor problem, whatever it is, I don't know. Anyway, the other, I need to turn this back on. Oh yeah. And so on. The other thing is, I've seen people, this began as a Kickstarter campaign, so on Kickstarter people have complained about it, saying that it doesn't work. In fact, it does work, but the problem is you need to have it started in this position, the T position. I assume this is the native position. You also need to have the phone really well balanced, and doesn't take much effort. Close enough is good enough. And so when you've got the phone in place, balanced, and in the T position, just turn it on. And hold it for 5 seconds, and you should feel the motors take over. And then it connects via Bluetooth, so you can control it, and also control it with, can I get that in focus, with the joystick. So that's going crazy now. With the joystick you can move it around. It also has tracking ability. You touch on the tracking icon and you select in the screen a green area, and it will follow that. It will follow whatever, a bicycle, a dog, your face, whatever you want it to track. I found that when you want it to track your face in like selfie mode, what you should do is have it select across your nose and mouth. That way there's enough unique points for it to be able to follow you, and it seems to frame the head nicely, well enough. I think also people have complained about the battery. They have said that the battery is very low capacity and that they've received faulty batteries. I don't know about their particular cases, but I thought the same thing about my batteries as well when I first received it. In fact, the battery is really high capacity, and so you put it on charge for an hour or two, put it in, go outside, use it, and it dies very quick. Because it's such a high capacity battery, you need to put it on charge for at least 12 hours, which is a long time. It does come with a charger, and the charger light will turn green eventually. So put it on charge for a very long time, it should be good. You can get replacement batteries. I ordered some from Amazon because I thought these were faulty. I spent $70 for 4 batteries, and I think it was kind of unnecessary. The batteries are such high capacity, the motors need a lot of battery life, I suppose, I don't know. But it can also recharge your smartphone while you're recording and using it. One thing that you might want to be aware of is that you're relying upon the smartphone microphone, which actually is not very good in most smartphones. And so with the microphone, you cannot, I haven't been able to find a Bluetooth microphone to attach to my lapel, a lavalier type. So you need a wired microphone or a separate audio recorder device, and when you do, you will need to do a clap or something to synchronize the footage. The other issue is, now that I remember, the tripod mount is on the side, which is rather bizarre. There is a special foot that you can attach to the bottom, but it seems that Dobot or Rigiet, whatever the company is called, is reluctant to make it available, so I haven't been able to get one. The tripod mount is on the side, which is rather bizarre. It would be nicer if it was on the bottom, but that presents new problems because with the swing arm, it will hit various parts at the top of your tripod mount, which is why I had to get this Joby Gorilla Pod, because it has a fairly clean profile at the top of the ball joint area, so the swing arm can move around. This cannot fit on that tripod that this camera is on, simply because there's too many parts that stick up for the swing arm to hit against. This can do panorama photos. Let me do one just quickly. Why did it drop like that? That's weird. It seems a bit buggy as well. I already had a problem where it just seems to have stopped face tracking or doing the tracking, and it wouldn't restart. Here I've just done 2 panoramas and it seems to have died. I think I need to restart the app. And the app just crashed. So the makers obviously need to keep working on it. The app can be updated. The firmware, I believe, can be updated as well. It's kind of heavy, so perhaps not the greatest thing for a traveler to use ordinarily, but if you're into vlogging, you want to keep everything lightweight, I guess this is the setup that you want. Smartphone, a gimbal to keep everything smooth and steady as you're filming, and also can do time-lapse, which can add some cool things to video, slow motion, whatever. Anyway, this is the Dobot Rigiet.